log in here. In fact, I was going to log in here so I could make sure I could see the questions. Here we go. Facebook. Live. Go there. And then if I go here.
Are we logged in?
We are logged in and we're
live?
Live. Here we go.
So I have to pay attention to all the things I'm not supposed to say now?
Yes. Like all those things that could get us
And then clean up
jailed,
my
sued.
language?
Watch your language.
Yep.
Don't say anything nasty about anybody.
That's going to be tough.
Don't hit me.
Don't hit you.
Don't hit me. If that would
Somebody
be great,
else did a
but,
job
you know,
of that
like,
already.
yeah, somebody did. I got this huge bruise on my
That's called an egg.
head. It's a big egg on my head. And
It's pretty good. It's pretty good size too.
yeah, I got that from the Deagle house.
Where in the deal? Going in the door?
Going in the door, yeah.
I can't believe how dumb people are.
Well,
not you necessarily, but the door is 4 foot tall. How tall are you?
Well, it wasn't. So, in my defense, what happened was the, you know, the doors. There's like French doors, yeah, that open out the way, yeah.
There's only one, but go ahead.
No, there's two doors. They meet in the middle, and they close, yeah. Anyway,
I don't know where you were.
in the Deagle house.
There's one door.
No, it's two doors. That's there's one door in the Nut house, and there's two in the Deagle house.
Did you want to make some bet on this?
I will put big money on it.
Okay.
Yeah, big money.
$3?
Two? I'm not sure. You know, I've got children to feed and stuff like that.
Huh?
I've got children to feed and things like that.
Oh,
So
well.
$2.
$2.
Yeah.
All right.
But
$2.
anyway, there's French doors
Everybody, please check out that. We have resolved this tomorrow. Go
on
ahead.
the Deagle house, but there's a little block that flips down to stop it from opening on the outside, and the block was down, and I walked into the block that sits below the door frame, so I wasn't being a complete idiot when it happened.
I could have sworn that door was a piece of plywood that was 4 foot tall.
No, it's a very solid door. I mean, it's made of.
Well-made door.
Oh yeah, I mean it's.
I made it, you know.
Yeah, it's a very sturdy door. The tree didn't take it out, so.
2 doors.
Yeah, it goes like that. Opens out.
No way.
Yeah, I promise you. Yeah.
We don't have any picture of it. We could. Oh.
I'm sure I do have a picture of it somewhere. Right. In fact,
No, right
you tell everybody what you were doing today, and I'll find a picture. Yeah.
I'm supposed to tell you what?
You tell everybody what you were doing today.
Well, I don't know what I was doing today. What I was doing today? Oh, I went to a place.
Which place?
I went to a place. We were there at 10 o'clock. We were supposed to be there at 11, which was fine. So we were there early, and they served us coffee and things, and everything was fine.
Was that with some animals?
Huh?
Was this with some animals?
And the intern, does he count?
Yeah. He's not an animal. I mean, I think that would be a little
He's
bit
learning.
rude.
It's painful.
He's learning?
It's painful. Well, he holds on to that leash so tight.
Really?
I don't like that.
Tighter than you would like.
2 doors. I
It
can't
does have
believe
2
it.
doors. And I'm just trying to find...
Ah,
There's a picture
you probably have to
here.
pay that $2 on time.
Yeah, hold on. Where is it? I've got pictures of the Deagle here, but not of the doors.
There's not even a second door anywhere in the house, in the thing.
Yeah, there, look. You can't see it here, but that's the center of the door. And that opens that way, and this one opens this way. I promise you.
No, I'm not buying it on that one yet.
Right, okay, well, how about this?
To be continued.
I will take a photograph of the door and we will take this back up on Monday, yeah?
The two doors open. You go.
I will take this back up on Monday with you,
Okay.
yeah? That's not a very good picture, so, sorry, where did you go with Jake?
I went with. Why did I go with him?
Where?
Where? I went to North Andover.
Was it a nursing home?
Yeah. No, it was a daycare center.
Daycare center.
It was a daycare center, and I said to the people there, I said, "How much do you charge?" She said, "Well, it's usually covered by insurance. You know, Medicare, MedX, things like that."
Yeah.
She said, "But it's not. We charge $100 a day. $100." She said, "We charge $100." I said, "$100 a what?" She said, "A day."
For what?
To have one person come in the door and stay there until 5 o'clock and get picked up and taken home again.
That's cheap.
Is that cheap?
Well, I mean, how much does a dog cost to board?
I was flabbergasted.
You thought that was expensive?
Wow. Yeah. Just think what it would cost to feed me. It would be awful.
You mean, did you think it would be more or less?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, you think, like, even staying in a cheap hotel these days costs $120.
They take good care of them. They
Yeah.
walk around with them and sit them down in chairs, and then there they sit.
Yeah.
For 4 or 5 hours, then somebody comes to pick them up and they take them home.
Yeah.
Actually, they have a little bus that picks them up.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Okay. And which animals did you take with you today?
The 4 dogs.
The 4 dogs, right?
The 4 dogs, and I must say that Wanda hid the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, she wanted no part of the whole deal.
Why was that?
Well, Penny is not the kindest to her. It's not a good thing.
Right, okay, so mental note not to take Penny and Wanda on the same trip.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Noodles went out on a visit this week. Noodles?
Noodles? Yeah, he'd be good.
Yeah, he went out on a visit earlier in the week and he did okay.
Happy.
Yeah, it's just...
Does he jump up on people?
No, he's still getting used to big crowds of people, so he's a little bit...
He's not supposed to jump. That's the one thing.
Well, he doesn't jump, no.
He does his toenails.
He's a little bit sheepish about coming forward, actually, you know, when it comes to meeting people.
He looks perfectly happy running around,
Yeah.
wagging his tail.
And he gets on well with, I think, Larky and the other
Yeah.
big dogs. And Wanda. I think he gets on okay with Wanda, too.
He was what?
He gets on okay with Wanda as well, I think.
Yeah.
So, he had a good time. So I think we got some mail. Do you want to do the mail?
I'll do the mail. This is mail. And these are glasses. I have glasses coming today, hopefully. Okay, this is Teresa. By the way, speaking of Teresa, I won't speak of Teresa yet. I was getting there. I'm getting there. See, the trick is you gotta open more than the straight. There we go.
Good stuff.
Now, would you search the envelope
There's
Thank
nothing
you.
else in there.
just for me? Okay. There we go. Judy and Janine, enclosed is 25 to be applied to Goldy's shopping account fund. Back in 1019, I ordered via a credit card a t-shirt received a t-shirt and a debit of $17. Then on 1/5/25, I was given a credit of $17 from Goldy's farm. Oh my. Okay, so this is a transfer. Sorry it took me so long to get this money to you. Okay, I will let them know about that. But that reminds me that there is a woman who sent money for a t-shirt, and I have not checked up to make sure she's gotten it yet.
Do you know who it was?
No. I have it written down somewhere.
Right, okay. So,
It's somewhere.
if there's anybody out there who's missing a t-shirt,
If we're missing a t-shirt, let me know again.
let us know in the chat and we'll make sure you get it. And thank you so much to you, Teresa, because for your honesty on that. We appreciate it, and we'll get that into the right place. Thank you. And I think this was a little late getting opened actually, so thank you for your patience on that as well.
I gotta look to make sure there's nothing else in the envelope.
Okay.
Okay. Money for the golf cart and money for the generator. Okay. Okay.
Lovely.
Well,
Who's that from?
Maureen.
Maureen.
Maureen Peters.
Maureen Peters, thank you very much. That's very
From
kind.
California.
From California.
Someplace in California I can't quite,
Let's see.
can't read that till I get my new glasses.
Campbell, California. Super.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Maureen. We appreciate that. That all helps. Thank you. And very nice cards as well.
And you're going to hold on to the whole thing and not lose it.
That's
Okay.
lovely card. Thank you. All this here. Now, we've got a couple of packages.
We've got a couple of packages. This one is a heavy package.
You want me to do that?
This, let's try it. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's the book. This is mine.
All right, you bought this.
I bought it because I want to write down everything as we get it to make sure everything gets where it's supposed to go in bank or whatever. See, here's the book it goes in.
Very nice.
Isn't that lovely? I made it green. And here we have glasses.
Turkey, I could do with some of those.
And there should be one more package in here. There is.
What's that? A whistle.
Oh, and it's going to make my life difficult.
Let me try. It's one of those. I hate these.
Get that open.
Still difficult to
You
open
can
one.
swear a little bit.
I'm not going to. I'm just trying not to. I'm trying to be good.
You try not to, okay.
I can't afford it. Well, I had my swear quota for the month.
I don't want you telling everybody what it is.
No, I'm just trying to get it, the first bit to come out. Sticky. Cranky. I'm going to have to open the other end.
It's fighting back.
Doesn't want to come out, this, whatever it is. There we go.
Oh, it's packaged even more.
I'm telling you. Must be expensive, whatever it is, because They made it very secure. There's another thing to get through.
There's another box here.
I'm not sure Houdini could get out of this one.
Oh, unbelievable. No, that's not going to open either.
There we go.
Did you get it open?
Yeah.
I
More
don't count
packaging.
that. All right. Now we only have one plastic bag to get open.
I think I see what's going on here. The big reveal will be over in a minute.
Maybe.
Thank you. Wait, let me see here. There we go. Yeah. I'm worried about this gift.
Oh.
There you go. Who's
There
that
we
for?
go. Now, how far away do you think you can hear it?
I don't know, probably at the barn.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be good. The problem is that I've fallen and I can't get up.
Right.
That thing. It's in here also.
That's
That
the life alert.
doesn't work.
Once you're some distance
Doesn't
away.
work away from the too far away. That
Or does it need to be near the phone or near the? Yeah.
now there is also a thing in my car which I can push from in the car.
Right.
But if I fall off the golf cart, I have now a whistle. So if you hear a whistle, call the police or somebody.
We probably don't need to put this back in the box, do we?
Probably shouldn't. It should hang around my neck.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I put this on your desk.
What?
I'll put this on your desk.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
This is the trash.
So
This
big thank you to Carlene for that kind gift, Carlene. Thank you, Carlene.
Okay. And this.
It's another difficult to open
Another.
thing. Let me get this.
Wait a minute. I'll get it.
She's
Do it my
determined.
way. There, look at that.
See, I was trying to save you from the scissors there because people do get worried about the use of the scissors.
This is 5 pair of glasses, which hopefully I can see out of.
What strength are they?
How about that? Can
You
I
see
read
here?
out of that?
+2, crikey.
Yeah, I can read out of that. Reading glasses. Made in China. Isn't that wonderful? That's wonderful. These are the wrong size. At any rate, these ought to work.
Good.
Now,
Perfect. Now I need another one.
what am I, how am I not going to get these all screwed up? I am going to get them all screwed up. That's got to go someplace else. Okay, there's my glasses. We don't know what that is.
That's a good
That's
one.
lovely. Hold that one up at the window.
This one's good. This is from. Let me see who this is from actually. Let's see on
Let me
there.
try down at the bottom.
It's a good one.
That's perfect.
Try telling that to Arthur though.
Look at this. I got paper.
That's a good one.
Linda Daniels. Thank you, Linda. That is lovely.
That's fantastic. I like that one. We'll have to decide where to put that because we've got a lot of gates the donkeys could get out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put this over on on the desk, ready to be put up. And we will, once it's positioned, we will send you a picture, Linda. Thank you.
That's very nice. That's very good. That's very appropriate. I have to keep hold on to that in case it's on it.
That's super. And then, where do you want to put these?
I'll put them on
The desk?
computer.
There we go. Right, last. I apologise for the use of the scissors, folks, but I'm not your regular host. I have no idea where the cutter is.
Look at that. We're going to do that, okay. I'm going to put this back over here.
Oh, you might need them again. Another box.
Another box.
A box within a box.
No white paper.
Oh, there's
No
that.
white paper. There's a Daniel.
And it says it's for Wilbur.
Huh?
It's for Wilbur.
It's for Wilbur?
Wilbur
Okay.
the donkey. Right, so,
Oh.
need the scissors again.
You want me to use my scissors on it?
Yeah, just don't kill me.
I can go like that.
Yeah.
Look, get your fingers out of the way. You'll get cut. Try that.
Oh, you know, I think I know what this is.
I'd have to guess.
Yeah, you can guess.
Oh! Oh my word. Oh my word. I know what that is.
Wow.
I know what that is. This is to scratch on posts and things.
So what do? Do you join them together, or do you put them on the gate? Or?
They just go on as best you can get them on.
That's really cool. Oh, it's good.
It's great. We have a couple already, so these will be terrific.
That's super.
It'll be interesting to watch them learn to use them.
Yeah.
I tell you where that one can go is when they go in and out of the door to the bar, to the arena.
Yeah.
They stop and scratch themselves there.
Yeah, and I noticed Wilbur today was rubbing his butt on the gate. Like, you know, the gate
Which gate?
on the arena, the one that you come down the hallway and then there's a gate going into the arena.
Okay, yeah.
He was rubbing his butt on that. You can
Okay.
almost even put one of these on the gate.
Yeah, it looks like they would go on a gate.
Yeah. That's super. Thank you,
Yes, it is.
Linda. That's super. I will get that. I will get on that tomorrow.
That's tomorrow's project.
Yeah. I'll put this back in.
That
here.
looks like that would go on, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm not going to try and put that back in. I will sort this out tomorrow. Thank you.
Livestock scratching brush. Goat scratching brush.
It's a goat scratching brush.
Full grooming brush. With 8 screws for cow, cattle, sheep, and horses.
Don't say donkeys.
How dare they leave them out? Well, that's really, that's lovely. We're gonna be all set.
Very good.
Okay.
All right,
next
so I'm
problem.
going to go and look at questions now. So I'm just scrolling down. Did Ava get her papers? This is Ava, my daughter. It's actually Sophie who was travelling to Canada this morning.
Okay.
The great news is she did get her papers.
She did?
Yeah, but the bad news is they only arrived about 15 minutes ago. And she left it. I dropped her off at school at 5 o'clock this morning. So we had to go for plan B. And plan B is this. There's not a problem her getting into Canada, and I know she's in Canada. She's now in Quebec City on her trip with school. But on the way back, it could be a problem. So I am going to drive to the border on Sunday when they're coming back with said document. And
You bring a load of hay with you when you come, will you?
well, the thing is that I can't actually go into Canada because I'm waiting for a new passport to come as well. Yeah, yeah. And actually, we did a lot of research on this yesterday, and both the Canadian government and the American government say you can travel over land, not if you're flying, but if you're going over land, you can travel to Canada and come back from Canada into the USA, providing you've got a green card. If you're not a British American citizen, if you've got a green card and your birth certificate.
Oh, and she's got those?
Yeah, she's got those. But with everything that's going on at the moment, with immigration,
I wouldn't bet on anything.
yeah, it's a little tricky. So, which is why we needed to have this other document, which was supposed to arrive yesterday, but didn't arrive until 20 minutes ago. Because and guess where it was coming from?
There's what?
Guess where the document that is late was coming from?
Yeah.
Take a guess where it was coming from.
Mexico.
Mexico.
It seems to me I heard the story, yeah.
Yeah? Can you believe it?
Oh.
You couldn't make this stuff up. So it was coming from Mexico, and for some reason needed to clear customs, even though it's just a document. Yeah? I don't know. Anyway, I am going to drive up through New Hampshire and Vermont on Sunday afternoon to meet her at the immigration post coming into the USA to make sure she's got this document. I'm also going to send her a scanned copy of it and all the rest. But anyway, it'll be a nice little drive up to...
It certainly will be. In your car.
Yeah, in the car, yeah.
You've got a new car to play with.
Yeah, we had to get a new car because the other one was just not doing very well. So we got a new one, and yeah, so it'd be nice to take that out for a spin.
Okay.
So yes, she is there and she's having a great time, and it was interesting because they have a group chat that everybody who's going on this trip is on a group chat, like on text or something. And this was the big drama of yesterday. Like everybody in the group chat was, have you got the document? Yeah. Is it here? Yeah. Everybody was really worried about it. And I have to say her teacher, who's organising the trip, Madame Boucher, was really, really helpful. She was super, yeah, in terms of, helping us figure it out. And
is she Canadian or American?
She's American, but she's
Mexican.
She's American, but she's the French teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, which is the reason they're going to Quebec City is because it's a French trip, and they're supposed to go to Quebec City and speak French. Yeah.
There you go.
Order dinner in French and things like that.
Yep.
So I think they'll be having a lot of croissants for dinner. Yeah. This evening. So yeah, I hope they have a good time. And the other thing is, like, Elizabeth ordered money, Canadian dollars, for her to use while she's over there. Guess when they arrived?
She what?
She ordered American dollars.
Oh.
Because she needs Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
Because she needs Canadian dollars for while she's there. They arrived about half an hour ago.
I see. And you can't email them.
Well, no, I remember once telling my daughter that, when you get cash, when you've got a check, you can take a photo with your phone and deposit it through your phone. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I pretended to her you could do it with cash as well. So you just take a photo of the bill, and I said, "But you got to tear the money up once it's finished." Yeah. And she was like, "Really? You can do that?" And I said, "No, I'm just kidding." And then she got really mad at me. That was a good one. Anyway, so she's in Quebec, and I'm going to drive up there on Sunday, so I'll let you know how that goes. We've still got the chance for calamity. So, Dodie is saying...
But it's not stuck yet. And you're not going to know until Sunday whether she is stuck. Is that right?
Yeah, but I'm going to drive up
You're
there
gonna go anyway.
in advance. I'm going to have to go in advance, because that was the deal with the teacher. The teacher said, I'm happy to take her providing you drive up there on Sunday and are there when we're coming through in case there's any problems. Because otherwise she would have to stay with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, she would have to...
Go to jail.
Yeah, or something, whatever they do with people. I mean, the thing is, she'd have to stay in Canada.
She'll have to stay in Canada, and you will have to stay in the United States.
Well, but I can get into Canada.
Oh, you can?
Just can't get back.
You can't get back.
But Canada seems like a pretty good option at the moment, yeah?
Okay.
Do you think?
I know a lot of people going to Canada.
I could get out of doing a lot of work around here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so there you go. So, anyway, Dodie Lloyd Dockery is saying that the Deagle or Nut House used to have a string inside to open the door, just in case you got locked inside. That was the Deagle house, the Nut House that had that.
What?
You know,
The string.
the string, yeah.
I don't have one on that.
Because there was a single door, whereas the other one's a double door, which is still up for debate and confirmation. We will wait and see.
It's amazing what age does to your mind.
Elizabeth, if you're watching, you maybe could go out and take a picture and send it to us of the Deagle House door to confirm whether it's a single door or a double door.
I know that I have never opened the second door.
Well,
and I've taken large objects in and out of that place.
I mean,
and I can't imagine why I would not have opened the second door. There's a door inside.
Well, you know, I was there yesterday, and I'm sure there were two doors, but I could have had traumatic brain trauma or something like that, and maybe there was only one. Maybe I was seeing double. You know,
I don't know.
Yeah, a couple of people talk about nut, but
isn't that funny?
Linda Bellinger said she got her T-shirt today. That's great, Linda. Sorry for the delay. It's not funny at all, Dottie. It was very sore, actually. But everybody else found it funny as well when I walked into the door, I have to say, including the Brazilian
you don't know how many people have walked into that 4-foot door. And the reason it's 4 foot is if it is a door that will take people, then it's not a doghouse, and they would have...
Oh, really?
Yeah. See,
I wondered about that.
Yeah, see, this is only a doghouse. That's why it's only got a 4-foot door.
Right. Betty Tingley was asking who Bella is. Bella is a young lady who received one of the service dogs that Carlene trained originally.
Yeah.
And she now has another dog called Ziti, who she's training to be a service dog. So she took a puppy that Carlene had started the training on and is continuing the training and doing very well by all accounts. Yeah.
Okay, a little bit more to the story. When we gave Bella the dog to begin with, Bella could not walk and had not walked in 10 years. And her mother was carrying her around on her shoulders. And when they came here to volunteer, one of the dogs seemed to kind of like her, so I figured what the hell and try it. So I tried giving Bella the dog called George. And he worked out really well, and he became the service dog of the year in 2015. And he was shipped all over the country by the AKC or whoever. He was on national television and things like that. Nice dog. Works really well with Bella. And there is a film of him taking her down the stairs at the Science Museum. And I'll tell you, my heart's in my throat because all I can see is he makes one wrong move and she's going to break something. But he does not make a wrong move, and he is just as careful as can be. He's done a beautiful job with her, but he got old. I mean, she had him for 8, 9 years, and he needed to be retired, so he passed on. And at first, which is normal, I can't possibly have another dog. It's too devastating to lose them.
Yeah.
And 3 days later, they call up and they say they can't live without a Great Dane. So she did that, and at that point, I had just gotten that puppy out of. Janine had found it at some horse show or another, a big shoebox full of a whole litter of puppies, and so Janine took 2 of them. One for a friend of hers, and then I took one, and ended up giving it to Bella in about a week or so. And Bella has turned that into a very efficient service dog in less than a month. Now, if you start comparing what Bella did with what the service dog world does for training dogs, it takes them a year and 500, no, not 500. They tell you it's $30,000 to train the dog. I think, no, Bella has that dog trained. And I tested the dog in the worst thing I could think of, which was Costco on a Saturday morning. Is about as bad as you get around here. And that dog took her right through the crowd, no problem. Came over to where I was sitting with the hot dog department and laid down under the table and was perfectly behaved.
That's super.
And Bella did that with that dog in, I don't think she had much more than a month.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to encourage Bella to, what else is she going to do? She's a good trainer. We don't have that many trainers.
Yep.
So I'm trying to encourage that. I told her she can have the whole place for her use, whatever she wants to do, and whatever. That yours is very well behaved. The one that you took.
You mean Noodles?
Noodles.
Yeah, he's a little energetic. He's a bit of a different proposition than a Great Dane, though. Isn't he?
He's a very happy dog.
I mean, you said to me, or maybe it wasn't something you said to me, but one of your sayings was that, you know, a Great Dane, you really have to mess up to not be able to train it because they're quite visible.
They're born trained, just don't mess them up.
Yeah, they're like, whereas a Border Collie is a little bit, I don't know, I think it's probably more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Border Collie,
Yeah. So,
but he likes people, and he can go to nursing homes with us, and he certainly looks different.
The point being is, I'm not a dog trainer.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, and Bella is a dog trainer, so.
It's an interesting idea. And how did I get him? Where did he come from?
Noodles?
Yeah.
He came from, I think he came from down in New Holland or something.
Well,
A horse auction, and Janine picked him up, I think. It was Janine that picked him up, and
we got going on Noodles and Seedy because of the first one was Pasta.
That's right.
Pasta was the first one, and that turned out to be a very useful dog.
Yeah. Pasta's very handy.
That dog I turned into a canine good citizen in about a month, and then I gave it to a young lady, who was much better, had much more confidence with that dog out in public than without. And certainly when you have a 32-inch Great Dane next to your side, you can walk about anywhere.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere.
Yep. I'm just reading through the questions here. Yeah, apparently we need to put Wilbur's brush on down low because
What's this?
Wilbur's pretty short, so we need to put that brush quite low for him. The scratcher.
Occupied low?
The Wilbur's brush. You know, this thing.
Yeah.
Let's put it on low. Just reading through the questions here. I know what parents do for their kids. I know it ended up costing a fortune, the whole thing. And plus I've got now 300 Canadian dollars.
What's this?
I've got a spare 300 Canadian dollars now that I don't know what to do with. Yeah?
Well, you could donate them to Goldy's farm.
Yeah, well. Oh, I know I could. I'll ask Elizabeth about that.
So you just put them in the bank, they'll figure it out.
So glad Sophie made it. Quebec City's beautiful. Have you ever been to Quebec City?
What?
Have you ever been to Quebec City?
Have I? No.
No? You've been to Canada?
Yes, I've been to Canada. I went to Canada with Lynn Cashman, Wayne Cashman's wife, the hockey player.
Really?
Yes, we went up to his farm, his family's farm. We had a good time.
Bella was asking how long a drive it is to Quebec City. I think it's about 6 or 7 hours.
Well, you're not going to Quebec City, are you? You're just
No, I'm only going to the border, so I think that's probably about 2 to 3
You could out
hours.
to you back either.
I think that's about 2 or 3 hours, yeah, to the border.
Oh, it's more than 2 hours.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
3 hours?
Yeah, that's a long way. New Hampshire's a long, and Vermont, they're long states.
Yeah, they are, yeah. I've been to Canada before. I've been to Toronto many years ago. I loved it. I thought it was great.
I've been to Toronto.
Yeah.
I went to Toronto with my husband to a medical meeting, and while he took the medical meeting, I took flying lessons.
Flying lessons? Crikey. I thought you were bad enough in a car.
Right.
What? So,
Huh?
did you pass?
I took a lot of flying lessons. I took them. I'm up to the point of soloing.
Wow.
I did not solo.
Right.
Well, I have epilepsy.
Yeah,
It's a little bit tricky.
problematic, yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do that. So, but I got up to that point, which was kind of fun.
Yeah. You ever been in a helicopter?
I've been in a helicopter. I didn't fly one.
Yeah, I don't fancy going in a helicopter.
No, I've been in them.
Yeah, Marcia, I know the donkey cam is down. I had to reset a few things just before mail chat. I'm going to sort it out as soon as we're finished. I'm just reading through the questions.
I was in a helicopter in New York City, where you went up to the top of the building to get in the thing, and you get on the thing, and then it lifted up, and then it slid down off the side of the building.
What thing?
Oh boy, the helicopter.
Oh, I wouldn't
And it
fancy
flew
that.
around in between all those buildings. It was terrible.
Gosh,
So I didn't do that again.
Bella was saying that George was 11 when he passed away.
11.
That's pretty good, man.
So
Age.
Bella's watching us now.
Yeah.
Hi, Bella.
He was 11. Dodie says, I have a very nice haircut.
What?
I got my hair cut this week.
Oh, you know who cut it?
Elias.
Yes.
He cut my hair, yeah.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
very good. I got
Melissa's husband.
Michelle's
husband.
husband, amongst other things, is a barber, and he did a fantastic job. I've got to say, it's probably in one of the best haircuts I've ever had, if not the best haircut I've ever
Really?
had. Yeah, no, he did. He was, and I tell you, he took his time over. It took a good 45 minutes. Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, I don't have a lot of hair.
yeah.
I mean, but it took 45 minutes, and he he did all sorts of cool things, and he did a really nice job. So he's my new hairdresser.
I had to set up a stool in the middle of the driveway.
Yeah, all I need now is to get him to teach me how to race horses, and I'll be.
Yeah.
That'll be me. Yeah, I think Roger's saying that he thinks they got noodles in Aiken at an auction.
In what?
Noodles came from an auction in Aiken, he's saying.
Oh, it could be.
I thought that was Chance who went to, yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. So now somebody else is saying that ZT was from Ipswich in a junkyard.
Who was?
ZT.
Ziti. Ziti, no, it was from a junkyard, but the junkyard was
Somewhere else.
in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Bella says she's planning on coming to the farm more often once her job finishes, because I think her job where she works is finishing.
Yes.
And that she's going to be coming more then. That'll be great. Yeah, that's nice, Fernanda. He is a service dog for the soul. Where are the dogs? The dogs are on the pond at the moment, I think.
Yes. They had a very late lunch, breakfast rather, because I forgot to feed them.
Yeah. Where did Jiminy get to? I think Jiminy's with a lady up in New Hampshire, isn't she? Oh,
What?
Jiminy. Oh, Jiminy.
I don't know.
He's up in New Hampshire with, I can't remember the lady's name, but he's very happy. Right, Hilda, I'll send you the $300, just send me the address. So Fernanda was asking me, what is the difference between Explore cameras and Goldys cameras? I honestly am not too sure. I think the Goldys cameras are probably just slightly more up to date, because I think the Explore cameras were put in a few years ago. Other than that, I couldn't really tell you too much about the difference between them. But I think they do pretty much the same thing. The other difference is ours are directional, so you can change where they're looking and which part of the property they're focused on and things like that. So other than that, I think they're probably pretty similar. That does explain why Michelle's hair looks so nice, but I think she actually goes somewhere else, not to...
What?
Somebody was saying Michelle's hair always looks nice, and therefore drew the conclusion that must be because Elias cuts her hair, but I think she gets her hair done by a lady down in Ipswich, actually. I think getting your husband to cut your hair is probably a bad idea. That could cause a lot of problems.
I often cut my own hair,
Yeah.
to shorten it.
Yeah.
Although I think Judy was the last one to cut.
Yeah, Jiminy's with Eleanor. Her name is Eleanor, that's right, up in New Hampshire. And she posts some pictures every now and then of how he's doing, but he's doing very well. He's very happy there. Okay. There was one thing I wanted to make sure I covered. Apparently there was a hole in the fence into the pond. Yeah?
A hole in the fence in the pond?
Yeah. And I haven't found out yet, because there was a lady called Virginia who was asking if it had been fixed. and I really don't know if it's been fixed, Virginia, but I will find out and let you know, okay? I've got a funny feeling the intern was fixing it the other day, one of the holes in the fences. But I think we're okay. I think people were worried about the otter. Have you heard about the otter?
A huge otter.
Yeah, and I think people are worried that the dogs were going to get in and eat the otter.
The problem with that fence that goes around the pond is that there's no bar at the bottom. They can all duck underneath it.
Yeah.
And over on the far side, it's really, they've been going through that one a lot.
Do you think an otter could look after itself against the dog?
I don't think I want to try it.
Yeah.
No, it may be a case for electric collar, you know?
Yeah. Or we'll have to put some,
Huh?
we'll have to put something around the bottom of the...
Well, you couldn't wrap it around the bottom because the damn thing would short out all the time.
Mhm.
That's the problem with those electric fences.
Yeah.
The electric collar works really well. You just sit and push the button when you want it to.
Yeah. But somebody said it's not an otter, it's a beaver. What's the difference between an otter and a beaver?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a great big thing. I know that.
Yeah, Fernanda was asking about the cameras and the difference between the Goldys cameras and Explore cameras because ours go down. It really got nothing to do with the cameras, it's to do with the IT support department, who is me, and trying to figure out how to get it to work properly. And I'm still not, it's still not where it needs to be. I'm still working on it. I think I know what the problem is, but it's getting time to fix it. So it's not a problem with the cameras, it's a problem with the networking associated with the cameras, which is a whole other topic. I'm going to try a few other things this weekend. I think I know what the issue is, but just bear with me. It might take another week or so to get it to stop cutting
It's a
out.
work in process.
Yeah, we're trying as hard as we can with the resources we got, but we'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. I think that's it for today.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
It's what, Friday?
It's Friday, so we'll speak to you again on Monday. And between now and Monday, I'm going to check out the door on the Eagle House to see what the hell's going on there. And we'll have an official decision on whether it's a 2-door or a 1-door. Yeah?
That's strange. Okay, yep.
All right. But thanks for tuning in, folks.
Okay, bye.
Good night.